Hello, hello, and welcome to another one of my pick-a-cards. Today we're going to do something a little different, a little special. We're going to be answering a specific question. So it's going to be a one-card pull. You can choose between cards 1, 2, or 3. This is going to answer the question, how does your ex view you? You remember the one. You already thought of one. Yeah. How do they view you? How did they view you? What are they thinking about when they think of you now? All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. Choose between 1, 2, or 3. Let's take a look. Fuck it. I'll play 2. Here we go. All right, card 1, we have the Page of Truth reversed. So your ex views you as manipulative. Now, I would add a little disclaimer onto this. When you have the reversed, it could mean you or the other person is the problem or was the problem. So in terms of how your ex views you, this could be a matter of projection, okay? So they viewed you as manipulative, but quite easily they could have actually been the manipulative one, okay? But how did they view you? How do they view you? They viewed you as someone who either lied or omitted the truth, sort of would manipulate and warp situations so that they would win, whether that's winning an argument or just winning, whatever the outcome was. They view you as someone who talked a lot of shit, was sort of full of bluster, and I would say this is someone who always needed attention. This is someone who was always attention hungry. This is how they viewed you. Manipulative, attention hungry, possibly a liar. Which I would say though, again, because it's reversed, it could be projection. That's how your ex views you. All right, let's move on to the next one. If you chose card 2, you chose the Fool. So how does your ex view you? Well, whether it ended on good or bad circumstances, whether you guys still talk, whether, you're friends, cordial, or you hate each other and, would need lawyers to be in the same room. Whatever the circumstance of that relationship from the past, your ex views you through a different lens. And I don't know if that's more recently that has occurred, but they are viewing you as sort of a breath of fresh air. And maybe that's, just the nostalgia of looking on the past, but your ex is looking at you as someone who was maybe a bit of a risk taker, or someone who, fly by the seat of your pants, someone who could be spontaneous, someone who could be fun. Someone who could be naive. That's how your ex viewed you. You were fun and naive. And I definitely see that, your ex thinks about you in a fonder light than maybe they'd even care to admit. You know how people are with exes sometimes. You don't want to be nice about it. But at the same time, if you don't have necessarily the worst things to say about them, not all relationships end so badly that, your ex has only terrible things to say. Now, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of those sorts of shitty relationships out there. We've all had them. But this is to say that, quite refreshing to see. Your ex looks at you as one who could have succeeded. Perhaps missed opportunity. The woulda, coulda, shouldas, huh? Regret, maybe? Who knows? All right, let's move on. If you chose card 3, you chose the 9 of Wands reversed. Again, it could be projection because we have the reversal. But how your ex views you is somewhat of someone who always won arguments. Did you always win arguments? Was there no chance in hell of the other person ever having a shot at winning an argument? Because your ex views you as someone who was unfair. When it came to fights, they view you as someone who could literally take their breath away, and not in a good way. This is the sense of this person felt beat down by you. And that's not necessarily from a physical aspect, but from like an emotional aspect, psychological aspect. Because your ex views you in the light of someone who took away their motivation. You starved out a light. That's how they viewed you. You put them through the ringer, as it were. Relationship wise. And again, it's reverse, so it could be projection, could be them that did all this and they're just putting it on you, but that's how your ex is viewing you. That's through their perspective, through their lens. So yeah, not a lot of happy exes out there, gotta say. If you guys want me to do this again, just let me know. This was fun. All right, moving on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If it resonated, let me know. If not, let it go, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.